net operating income versus cash flow in action. Here's where we left off. We calculated effective rent. We calculated total operating expenses. Now we have the foundation on which we can calculate the NOI, which is effective rent minus total operating expenses. Let's write that right down here. I'm going to skip a cell to keep this line separate. And the math to do this equals effective rent minus operating expenses. And I can drag that equation across, and we have net operating income. Now, since net operating income is the combination of these two sections above it, I'm just going to format this with a line on top. That line on top signifies the total of something. Moving forward, we're not going to worry about effective rent. We're not going to worry about total expenses. We're only going to work with net operating income. All this stuff just comes first so we can calculate net operating income. And from this net operating income, we will calculate other things. Now, as discussed in the theory video, this net operating income is also the cash flow from operations for the property. And that's because we haven't factored in a loan. This is the cash flow / net operating income should the property be purchased all cash. So if I wanted to, I could create a new line here called cash flow from operations and make each of these equal to net operating income. That would make it look nice and clean. But practically speaking, people don't do that. In the theory videos, I separated cash flow from operations and cash flow from sale because I wanted you to think about things that way as you're learning. Practically speaking, cash flow isn't separated out those two ways. What you'll typically see are cash flows from a property purchased all cash and cash flows from a scenario where a loan is taken out. You see the unleveraged and leveraged cash flows, or in other words, an all cash purchase unleveraged versus a cash purchase leveraged. And you'll see that soon enough, but that's just a taste of where we're going. Great job.